In a previous Statman, we looked at the CPI and how, as a measure of the devaluation of our money, it's a pretty poor metric. With Glastonbury starting this week, just how have ticket prices changed over the last 43 years? Hint, it's gone up a lot. So just what is the cost of the privilege of getting soaked to the core on a typical rain-filled summer's day? In 2014, it's £215, excluding the 20 quid to park the car, of course. But it wasn't always the case where you had to remortgage the house just to listen to some live music. In fact, the first ever Glastonbury cost the princely sum of £1, where you could not only listen to T-Rex, but drink as much fresh milk from the farm as you liked for free, which in today's money is the equivalent of around £15. Back in 2003, the price of a ticket was just £105, which means ticket prices have actually doubled in the past 10 years. So much for the Bank of England's official 3% rate over the same time period, making the Glastonbury inflation rate around 8% a year over the past 10 years. If Glasto tickets match the government CPI rate over the past 10 years, then the price of a ticket today should be around about £150. Not the £215 it costs today. So here's a list of some Glastonburys and how much they cost. 1970, T-Rex costs £1 and as much fresh milk from the farm as you can drink. 1981, the pyramid stage becomes permanent, cost to you £8. 1986, Madness and their baggy trousers, just 17 quid. 1993, up your hacienda as the orb get all ambient acid for £58. 1997, mud, and the cost of trench foot, £80. 2003, De La Soul, apparently 105 is the magic number, not 3. 2009, more mud, and this year trench foot goes for £175. 2011, yet more mud, this year going for 195 quid. So what does all that look like? Well, here we've got Glastonbury ticket prices going back from 1970 till today. The dashed lines are years that Glastonburys didn't happen. So the first ever Glastonbury in 1970 cost you £1 to get in. Back then weekly salaries were around £32, so it took about 3% of your weekly salary to go to Glastonbury. Now here we have 1997, the year of mud. Ticket prices were £80. Average weekly wages were £320, meaning it costs around 25% of your weekly salary to go to Glastonbury. Fast forward to today, ticket prices are now £215, and with average weekly salaries at £470, it takes nearly half your weekly salary to go to Glastonbury. So if we use Glastonbury as our proxy for the devaluation of the pound over the past 44 years, we can see that we've been losing a staggering 14% a year of our purchasing power. This compares with the Bank of England's claimed inflation rate of 6% over the same time period. So in other words, the value of our money, at least in terms of Glastonbury tickets, has been going down twice as fast as official numbers suggest.